today's subject 2012 Doomsday or Enlightenment Day. It's a question. To give answer, I will just add one word. That is the answer for this question. I will add the word either. That's all. Either Doomsday or Enlightenment Day. It is your responsibility to make it as Enlightenment Day or Doomsday. Understand? Let me share with you some of the most common speculations, beliefs and predictions on 2012. The Mayans calendar to the year 2012 remains uncertain, along with other enigmatic predictions left behind by prophets through the ages. Most classic Mayan inscriptions are strictly historical prophetic declarations based on subjective interpretations. Please understand, Mayan's calendar actually ends in 2012. That does not mean planet Earth is going to end. It is going to enter into a new consciousness. Whoever can't jump into that new consciousness, it's a doomsday for them. Whoever can take a quantum jump into that new consciousness, it's an enlightenment day for them. The 2012 phenomena comprises a range of beliefs and proposals. If you go to the internet and just type 2012, God, the material opens up. But I wanted you to know there is going to be a huge change. End of 2012, it is up to you whether you are going to use that change for your transformation and make 2012 as Enlightenment Day, or you are just going to have a doomsday. It is up to you. It's like when the television came, going to the theater got outdated. When the internet came, television is slowly getting outdated. With updation, old things get out of our life. Same way, in the 2012, the possibility of living without mind, just with pure consciousness, is opening up. It is up to you. Are you going to getting into that space and make your life enlightened? Or are you going to live with the old, same system with the mind and destroy yourself? Drastically, the number of thoughts necessary to run your life is going to drop. If you prepare yourself now itself to live with less number of thoughts, you will use this natural current to get enlightened. It's almost like enlightenment is handed over house to every one of you freely. It is no more a currency. Till 2011, enlightenment is more like a currency. Only few people have it. In 2012, enlightenment is going to be like a newspaper, which will be handed over, delivered in every house. But even newspaper will be useless if you are uneducated, can't read. At least you should prepare yourself to the level of able to read. So 2012 is an amazing opportunity for every being who is awakened to his basic self of body, mind and logic. It is time every one of you learn unclutching. Learn to be comfortable with less number of thoughts. Learn to get settled with the deep silence and restful awareness and peace. Please understand, it is very difficult to get settled with your restful awareness. You always brand your restful awareness as a sadness. Unfortunately, from the young age you are conditioned. Your engrams teaches you less thought means sadness, sorrow, morose. No, it is time you drop those patterns, get rid of those engrams. Learn to understand, to feel settled with a restful awareness, feel comfortable with your inner space, with your inner being, especially the December from 12/12/12 to January 2nd. That is the reason. Exactly on those days, I kept the Inner Awakening meditation workshop. That is the time that tipping point is going to happen. The shift in the consciousness is going to happen. Now itself prepare yourself to live with less number of thoughts, this Nirahara Samyama, all the different Samyamas, meditation processes I am sharing with the whole world. Everything is aiming at preparing yourself to be comfortable with your restful awareness. The moment I utter the word 2012, I feel like instead of me talking, if I can lead you all into the silence of unclutching, I'll be helping you guys much better way. I'll talk just to give introduction to what I want to say and inspire you for what you need to do. Otherwise, really I don't feel like talking. I only feel like revealing the truths. The first revelation, whether you want or not, the number of your thoughts is going to drastically drop from 12/12/12. If you want to use that opportunity to get enlightened, get comfortable now itself, to live with reduced number of thoughts. If not, it is going to lead you to depression. The societies which believe number of thoughts is equivalent to intelligence, all those societies are going to face the depression heavily. There is going to be a huge economic meltdown because of their depression. And there is going to be a big chaos because of that economic meltdown. It's only those few intelligent people who are capable of living with less number of thoughts, they are going to survive this huge tsunami of depression. The world is going to be in their hands. So it is you who is going to decide 2012 whether it's a Doomsday or Enlightenment Day. Nobody else can decide for yourself. The key factor that decides whether 2012 is a Doomsday or Enlightenment Day for you is look inside and get comfortable with less number of thoughts. I really wanted to share incident which happened in my life with you guys. I already shared this earlier, but I wanted to share this with you guys again. Once when I was doing my workout on treadmill, usually I can't do any of these activities like running and all that, because the moment my breathing becomes fast, body gets bumped into samadhi, the no thought zone. That day, I was holding the treadmill and running. I could see very clearly. In a minute, full 60 seconds, around 400 times, the body was bumped into samadhi. Just 60 seconds, 400 times. I don't know how you will understand. In a minute, 400 times. I was really wondering what is happening. The number of times the body getting bumped into samadhi has increased in a very big way. I started contemplating what is happening. Then I realized the gravitational pull, center of the earth, as a pull, because it is continuously rotating in high speed, it pulls everything towards its center. The gravitational pull has reduced very little, but it has reduced. Like a micromilligram, if you are 100 kg weight, maybe you will be losing 1 micromilligram weight, but there will be a definite weight loss, even if you don't lose your weight actually, because the gravitational pull is reducing. All objects are going to lose maybe a micromilligram weight because the gravitational pull is reducing. Please understand, your each thought as a weight, its own mass. It is a matter. When there is such a subtle change in your weight, it is not going to affect your body. It is going to affect only your mind. The subtlest part in you is your thoughts. If you are losing micromilligram weight, you will be losing at least 1 million thoughts. Because 1 million thoughts put together only will be micromilligram. So it is such a great blessing. Almost you will be able to live for more than 24 hours performing your actions and activities without a single thought. I feel between 12 to January 2nd, in the 21 days, whole humanity is going to go through that phase. Suddenly, you will be able to just float without any thoughts. This happened to me in my life when I was 10, first time. In my hometown. I am actually sitting now in my hometown. I was sitting with a great yogi. One yogi, Ram Surat Kumar, he was smoking. He tried to give me that bidi, the village cigarette. But somehow I did not take it from his hand because I was not comfortable with smoking. Then he just held my ears and blew the whole smoke on my face. Almost like I had a passive smoking. But when he blew the smoke on my face, for next 2.5 days, I was in that state as if the whole life is muted. Scenes are moving, no sound. Neither I can hear the sound outside, no sound inside. It's almost like your inner voice is muted. I could see the scenes, the information is getting processed, but no word inside. Without any word or sound. All the files are getting processed, visuals are getting processed as visuals, without getting converted into verbalization or without provoking, instigating any verbalization in me. Understand? That is the state exactly what I call as restful awareness. The visualizations are getting processed in your brain without instigating any verbalization and without getting converted as verbalization. I tell you, between December 12, 12, 12, January 2nd, 2013, whole world is going to experience this space. If you prepare yourself to face that phase, you will use that energy and get enlightened. If not, you will get frightened and you will feel you are depressed. You will create nervous breakdown for yourself. When I faced that experience, fortunately I had a deep trust on this great yogi. So I used that and worked towards enlightenment. Now, whether you want it or not, you are going to get into that zone between 12, 12, 12 to 2, 1, 13. In these 21 days, you are going to experience, the whole world is going to experience that zone where visualizations does not instigate any verbalization, where visualization does not get converted into any verbalization. Visualization will get directly processed as visualization, will be understood directly in the visualization zone without any help of the verbalization. It's almost like your external and internal life is muted, no sound. I sincerely welcome, inspire every one of you to the space of restful awareness, to experience restful awareness. I have spoken enough on this 12, 12, 12 and 2012. I will now answer your questions. By answering your questions, clarifying your doubts, I will inspire and push you all to get comfortable with this restful awareness. I will even take the live questions through Dial the Avatar. Any of you who are watching the webinar now can call on the Dial the Avatar. The number is 080 2727 9999. You are welcome. If you are calling from outside India, 9180 2727 9999. You can call. I'll answer your calls and clarify your doubts. I wanted to remind you, only questions related to 12, 12, 12, nothing else. Please understand, first thing, even if you are my devotee, only if you practice unclutching, you will be able to handle this 2012 transition. Understand? Just because you are my devotee, don't think I have a big ship where I am going to carry all of you and take you to the other side. So, yes, one thing ma, no, so when you practice unclutching, I guarantee you, you use this transition and experience enlightenment. But the people you are asking about, the people who never met me or people who are not exposed to these concepts, what will they do?
Yes, Swamiji.
No other way, they have to just fall into the depression.
Yes, Swamiji.
That is why I am saying, now it is your responsibility. Go around in Tiruchi and in your university, protect everybody without falling into depression by teaching them unclutching and meditation.
Yes, Swamiji.
There's a blind man
Okay.
in the cold hills of Himalayas.
Okay, Swamiji.
He was walking, he was searching for a walking stick.
Okay, Swamiji.
He he found a frozen snake.
Okay, Swamiji.
Because he could not see, he felt that as a stick.
Yes.
Snake was frozen. He felt it is a stick and he started using that as a walking stick and started walking.
Yes.
From distance, one sadhu saw that.
Okay.
That sadhu went near that old man and shouted
Yes, Swamiji.
to that blind man, "Hey, you are blind. What you are carrying is not a stick, it is a frozen snake. Drop it."
Yes, Swamiji. Yes,
But that blind man started shouting, "Hey, because you don't have a stick, you are asking me to drop this stick so that you can take this stick." But the sadhu, even though the blind man was abusing the sadhu, screaming at the sadhu,
Yes, Swamiji.
the blind man has started screaming, "You live your life, why are you interfering with my life? It's my stick." He started screaming, abusing, but the sadhu felt he is blind. I can see, only I have the responsibility. So he went and snatched that stick from that blind man, even though the blind man has started beating the sadhu with the same stick. Now it is our responsibility who can see.
Yes, Swamiji.
Blind men have no responsibility because they can't see. But we who can see, it is our responsibility. Start taking up the responsibility. Thank you. Anything else? Blessings, ma.
Sonal from Stamford, USA. Swamiji, is 2012 propelled by actions of man or forces of nature? Thank you.
Sonal, the 2012 is propelled by forces of nature, but when the forces of nature act on human mind, the actions of man which is going to happen will only really going to impact the whole humanity. See, it is propelled by the actions of nature. It is propelled by the forces of nature. But when that forces are going to put human beings into depression, the actions of man is going to be very dangerous. Because now man is foolishly empowered, intelligently empowered, foolishly empowered. Intelligent empowerment means ability to create and contribute. Foolishly empowered means ability to destroy. Human beings are foolishly empowered. Their ability to destroy has become too much. That is why I am saying the actions of man which are propelled by the forces of nature is going to be really chaotic. It's going to create chaos. Only you can save yourself. Nobody else can save you.
Nitya Sarvodaya from Greece. She is asking, Pranams, dearest Swamiji, may I know how will wildlife, pets and nature itself be affected or respond to this conscious expansion during the 2012 time, being that most animals have much more sensitivity than humans? Eternal love and gratitude for all that you are giving, Nithyanandam.
Nitya Sarvodaya, animals have sensitivity, but they do not have consciousness. They do not have the consciousness to take a quantum jump into restful awareness. So, they will neither be affected nor be helped. they will just be as they are. It is only human beings have a possibility of enlightenment or getting doomed.
Pushpa Relay from Isleworth, London, asking, my dear Swamiji, will it be beneficial for us to be in the ashram at that time? Thank you.
Surely beneficial to be in a energy field, the zone of an incarnation, the energy zone of a master, because it will naturally be a right ambience to help you to use that phase and enter into enlightenment. So for you to move towards enlightenment, that ambience and the practices and lifestyle will really inspire and help you. So I'll sincerely recommend either you be with me, part of the whole group, floating in the conscious ocean, in the cruise attending inner awakening, or be in the ashram doing Disamyama and Nirahara Samyama and using this whole phase to enter into enlightenment using the conscious transition.
Subramanya from San Jose is asking, what about this December inner awakening is going to be so special in regards in the spiritual significance of 2012? What will you do that will be unique in this inner awakening to help people grow at this amazing time? Do you recommend people to come who are already inner awakening graduates? If so, why? Thank you so much, beloved Swamiji. Ananda Subramanya.
Subramanya, this is the biggest problem. Even I am not able to predict what is going to happen. I only know the December 2012 inner awakening will be equivalent to attending 108 inner awakenings. That's all I can say. If you ask me, what way you are different in Akashic reading times, when you do Akashic reading, what is the difference? What way it is special, spiritually significant? I can only tell one thing. During Akashic reading, 10,000 Nithyanandas are expressing through one Nithyananda body. Same way, if you ask what is special during this 2012 December inner awakening, I can tell you only one thing. It is equivalent to attending 108 inner awakenings. I don't want to get into the details because even I don't know the details. I only know the overall significance, what is going to happen. Now it is up to you. I do strongly recommend people, even who have done inner awakening already, even if you are an IA graduate, don't miss this 2012 December inner awakening. If you are asking why, I can only tell it is equivalent to 108 inner awakenings.
Kathleen from Oceantown, New Jersey is asking, once we have less thoughts, will we have more communication with God?
Kathleen, once you have less thoughts, you will have more communion with God, not communication. Communication is always with words. Communion is always in less words. Communication is prayer. Communion is meditation. With more and more words, communication happens. With more and more words, distance increases. When the distance increases, it will only be a beggar and begging relationship. With more words, you will be praying. Prayer is a decent word for begging. With less words, there will not be communication, there will be communion. With more words, you will be praying. With less words, you will be becoming. So, with less words, there will be meditation, communion, becoming. You will not be a beggar. You will be shareholder of the cosmos.
Ramakrishnan from Chennai, India. Most humble Pranam Swamiji. Is it good to conceive a child during this period of intense spiritual transformation? With humble pranams.
Ramakrishnan, I'll recommend plan in February. Let this huge wave rise and settle down. February 2013, plan. That will be the right time to conceive a child. If you are planning for a child, plan February 2013, not before that.
The next question is from Magali Laurent from France. Dear Swamiji, revered Master, how will the children react? Do not they have more easily than adults?
Lauren, children are going to be really reacting positively because still they are not corrupt. They are not taught that thoughts are life. If the children are not programmed to believe thoughts are life and thoughts are very important for life, I tell you, they are going to really catch this restful awareness and use it for enlightenment. If the children are programmed, they are no more children. They are already grown up. They are going to fall into depression along with other adults.
The next question is from Alexandra from Warrenton, Blue Ridge, Virginia. Nithyanandam, how do we best help those who are suffering from this depression? How can we help lift them up? What if we try to bring them to the Master but they are not yet ready? Then, with devotion,
Alexandra, even if they are not ready to come to the Master, teach them the simple technique of unclutching. Help them to be comfortable with the restful awareness, less thoughts. That's the only way. If they are not even ready for that, then just leave them to rot with their suffering. Nothing can be done. If that is what is their final decision, nobody can save them. If they choose suffering as their destination, who can change? So now, we can really enter into the process of unclutching, preparing all of you to experience the restful awareness. Let me explain unclutching. When a thought rises in you, witness the thought without supporting, encouraging, maintaining, or trying to destroy. Just don't support any thought. Distance yourself. Just say, I am not going to support you. Just do not support your identity and thoughts. Sit as long as you can. Even if you feel bored, lazy, sleepy, depressed, all these are also expressions of your identity. Don't support any of this. Just sit in unclutching. Here I am also meditating with you all to push all of you as a whole group into the collective superconsciousness, to raise the whole group into the superconsciousness, into the restful awareness, to prepare and help you all in the conscious transition. Please close your eyes, sit straight, unclutch from all the inner activities. Relax. You can open your eyes. I bless you all who are sitting with us all over the world in more than 1,500 places around the world, in 416 cities in 45 countries. Let you all achieve, experience live, express, radiate, share, and explode in eternal bliss. Nithyananda. Thank you.
Paramahamsa Nithyananda, a rare living incarnation, is named among the world's 100 most spiritually influential personalities today. Paramahamsa Nithyananda has been placed alongside Dalai Lama, Nelson Mandela, Oprah Winfrey, Paulo Coelho and others by Mind, Body, Spirit, the world's top esoteric magazine from Watkins, London's oldest and largest bookstore. A yogi by birth, he has been expressing his power of enlightenment since birth. He has authored more than 500 books in Tamil and English. Translations of these books are available in 26 languages in Telugu, Kannada, Malayalam, Hindi, Sanskrit, Gujarati, Oriya, Bengali, Marathi, French, Malay, Polish, Portuguese, Italian, German, Danish, Spanish, Russian and Chinese. He is also an exemplary speaker with over 10,000 hours of profound life solutions through his discourses. Social services such as Annadan, free medical care, free educational services with ashrams, schools, temples, hospitals established in more than 140 places around the world, offering exceptional services. A powerful spiritual healer who has healed millions of people of diseases from migraine to cancer. A Kriya Yogi who has formulated Kriyas for physical health and mental well-being, benefiting thousands. A living master who offers practical solutions for our everyday problems. He is the founder and spiritual head of Nithyananda Dhyanapeetham, a spiritual powerhouse who has revived the sacred Vedic tradition by establishing Vedic temples in places like Los Angeles, San Jose, Seattle, Toronto, Ohio, Oklahoma, Phoenix, St. Louis, Malaysia, Brazil, Paris, Guadeloupe, Dallas, New York, New Jersey, Atlanta, Calgary, Vancouver, Singapore, and places in India like Bengaluru, Hyderabad, Tiruvannamalai. A spiritual guru for 10 million followers, an incarnation who transmits the highest spiritual energy through initiation, a contemporary yogi who has revived the Vedic science of yoga worldwide through thousands of yoga centers, an adept in Ashtamahasiddhis, mystical yogic powers, who has effortlessly awakened the Kundalini of thousands and graced them with spiritual powers, a dynamic young guru who is an inspiration for thousands of youngsters. India's most watched spiritual guru online, a beacon of spiritual light who has triumphed over the forces of religious terrorism and political persecution. Paramahamsa Nithyananda is an eternal Kalpataru, blessing the world with the boons of material abundance and spiritual enlightenment. He is the 293rd pontiff of the world's most ancient Hindu organization, Madurai Adinam.
Nithyanandaya swagatam Anandanubhavaswadam Sarvaroga nivarakam Vande papa vinashaktam Nithyanandaya swagatam Nityamuktam nirvikalpam Dhyanaloka pradipakam Vande shantamayam bandham Nithyanandaya swagatam.